All right, all right. Welcome back. Episode 11, Pod Deep on Sports. I got Hughes, myself, Sid, and and Notorious OD. Fellas, let's kick this off. Colorado versus Colorado State. I'm coming with you, Sid. What was your take on the game?
Man, it was probably one of the better college games I done seen. Man, that you could feel like the intensity, you could feel the rivalry. Man, it was just them boys want them. Colorado State came to play. They wasn't just gonna ready to roll over for them.
Right.
Man, but anytime somebody -20, you just don't. I don't expect they would. -20 underdogs. I just didn't expect them to come out and play like that. But it's a rivalry, so I guess I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. You know, been that uh, surprised, I guess. You
Yeah.
know.
Which
Um,
keep going.
no, I was just saying. No, I'll follow it up. Go ahead, Roddy. I'll follow it up. I had a question for y'all about that.
All right. What's your take, Rodney?
Um, I think uh, I think this is more of what we're going to see going forward, especially with Oregon coming up this week, and then USC the following week. Um, we're going to see them tested, and that was a test. But Colorado State they're not a good team, but they were up for the challenge of playing Colorado
Mhm.
based on everything that went on. So, um, to this week is going to be this is going to be a telling week against Oregon. You know, but yeah, but just as far as this game, yeah, I think this is a harbinger of what's to come and what they're going to see, and people going to be physical with their ass, like you saw with old boy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I definitely agree. I think Colorado State put the blueprint on how you have to attack Colorado because they did not play like a on-one team. Like with my eye, they look faster and physical than Colorado. I was just shocked on defense on how their response times was. So I was so pissed off that I turned the game off. Like it's over. It's over. I ain't come back until the fourth quarter with a minute and 40 to go. You know what I'm saying? In the comeback drive and stuff like that. So I missed a good chunk of the game. I recorded it, but I missed a good chunk of the game. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't understand how hype it was, but in the beginning, I was like, it's a wrap. Colorado, they blew their load. So I just knew they was gonna lose. So I was shocked. So
Man, let me ask y'all this. Speaking of let's like Colorado, speaking of an atmosphere, anybody else? How do y'all feel? Is that too much? Is it too much pomp and circumstance going on? Is it just too much? It's a football. At the end of the day, it's a football game, right? And they turning it almost into like like old boy said, BET Awards. You know what I'm saying? Like what y'all feel about that? Is it just too much? Like, does that cause pressure for the athletes? You think they're happy about it? I mean, if somebody,
I'll go ahead. I think that the athletes are happy about it. I think he's leaning in to that generation.
mm-hmm,
So I think they love it. Having Lil Wayne run them out the tunnel and Key Glock and all these people, in the locker room. But for me, it would be too much.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm with you. Maybe I'm old man now, but it's just
Yeah.
like it's too much, man. Just come on, let's play. Let's stay focused. It's just too many distractions going on, man. It's
Mhm.
too many distractions, and then that's a lot of pressure. And you got everybody there, and you gonna come out there and what you think that do to the other team? They're like, oh no, man, these boys. I think they get the other team all fired up. So I think it works to their detriment sometimes.
I, I
Mhm.
think I think Prime has tapped into something that the youth looks up to. This is the same thing he was doing in Jackson State. When he had young Dolph come talk to the kids and stuff like that. I think that type of excitement. It's like being a young football player. You wonder if the scouts are looking at you. But it's another thing when you're in the locker room and you see one of your celebrity, I ain't gonna say crush, your celebrity that you look up to walks in and he's going around greeting and talking to you all. It's like, okay, Snoop, I'll sit here. They're here to see me, perform. I got to show them that I'm one of them dudes and stuff like that. You see them before the game and you see them after the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think it put no pressure because your competition is on the other side of the field. You know what I'm saying? The celebrities just like the little icing on the cake, they either walk up to you, know your name already, or after the game, hey, good game number 32, good game number 45, you know what I'm saying, giving you your praises and stuff like that. So I think it's something Prime tapping into that the average college student doesn't get a chance to, interact with celebrities and stuff like that. Even though they come in to talk to Prime, those celebrities are also coming to mingle with the athletes and stuff like that, giving that prep talk.
So I got a question.
Go ahead.
Would that make a difference to you as an 18-year-old? Would that make a difference if Tupac walked into the locker room?
I would say let's say if I was a basketball player, my coach.
No, football. Let's keep it football.
Okay, so if I'm a football player and Deion Sanders comes into the locker room and I'm playing for someone.
I didn't say Deion. I said Tupac.
Okay, Tupac. Yeah. I'm a Tupac fan. So if Tupac actually knows my name and I didn't think Tupac knew my name and he's telling me good game, and you can't. I ain't asking for no autograph. That right there is that's legendary to me.
Okay,
I think that'll hype me up.
But what do you say? Would that make it? Hell, it'll make a big difference. Now, are you talking about as a current player, as a player currently on the team, or are you talking about thinking about going to a place like Colorado?
No. You're in the locker room. You're getting ready to play the game, and Tupac walks in.
Hell yeah, I'd be amped. You know what I'm saying? That would be the shit to me. That would be the shit. All of it is the shit to me. That'd be cold to me.
So if you lose, is Tupac coming back?
I don't know.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Not if you're losing.
Hey, you talking
right?
If you're losing, so that's where I kind of disagree with you, Squeak. I think it does put extra pressure on them when you have all these celebrities, because now you gotta perform.
Listen.
You gotta perform, and what said, it gets that other team hype. Like it's getting them hype, it's getting them just as hype.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's putting a mark on their back. But when you bring Snoop and Tupac back to the locker room, who else better to talk to you about setbacks? You got Pac, you got Snoop.
I don't give a fuck about what them niggas got to say about football. They can't tell me shit about football.
But listen, for any sports writer, any sport is what you do on the field and how you prepare. You got these athletes and entertainers, they can add something to it.
I'm just speaking from my personal point of view. Like, okay, it's exciting to have a celebrity in the locker room or see them walking around the field, but I don't want to hear shit they got to say about football or getting me ready to play a game. That's just me personally. Like, you stay in your fucking lane. Let me stay over here. That's just my personal opinion.
So, do you feel like that because you feel like it takes away from your preparation before you start the game, or it's just you just don't like
that? I say that because that's the type of person I am.
Oh, okay.
Like I've never been, and I think all of us are like this. Like none of us have really been starstruck like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care what he said about football. I wouldn't care that. It'd be cool to see Tupac. You know what I'm saying? It'd be cool to have him around. That would be dope. But I wouldn't be caring about a speech or anything he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm with you with that, Rod.
Yeah.
I'm totally with you with that.
So what do you guys think about this week, the prediction against Oregon? How do you think they're going to do?
Man, I would have really liked to see Travis Hunter against Oregon. I mean, that's the killer. That's what we're getting robbed of, man. I'm sorry. I just don't give them I give them a chance because I think Deion gonna have them ready, and I think that Colorado State game was enough to make them open their eyes. Like, look, we can get got. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
can get beat, and then Colorado. I mean, Oregon is going to be a better team, just a better team.
Right.
But without Hunter, I don't think they're going to win without having Hunter on the field.
What's your thoughts, Rob?
Yeah, I think they should lose. I think this is a game they should lose because, to your point, said Oregon had this. They got a better all 1 through 54, 90, or whatever. How many of them motherfuckers they got on the team? They're just better at this point. Colorado hasn't had enough time to build up their program. So when we revisit this I guess we won't revisit this in 2 years because shit, they'll be in two different conferences. But yeah, if they were to ever meet up in a year or two, then it would be a better matchup. But if they win this game, I would be shocked. Is it in Colorado or Oregon?
It's in Oregon. It's in Oregon.
Okay, I would be shocked if they win this game.
Yeah, this is like, and what I've noticed so far, their ranked opponents are all on the road. Like,
well, they got USC at home though. They got USC at home.
Yeah.
They got USC next week at home.
So I thought they had two back to back. Okay, so USC would be the first ranked opponent at home, whereas TCU and Oregon is on the road. Yeah, like you said, I think Oregon is the game that they do lose. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the way that team has played. Their offense has been shaky. Their defense has been very shaky. You know what I'm saying? So this, I would say, what Colorado State put in, exposed them. I would think Oregon State would capitalize off of this week.
Do you think that was a dirty hit? Like, and do you think he was penalized enough, or do you think the penalty was okay? I heard some football people say it's football. I heard some people say, it was just one of the dirtiest plays.
It was an intentional hit. It was he should have been kicked out the game. It was an intentional hit. The ball hit the ground. It wasn't as if he didn't see him, like he thought he had the ball. You know what I'm saying? He didn't try to tackle him. He ran over there full force. Hunter is the one that didn't see him. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why that hit had so much of an impact, because he didn't brace for it. He was busy struggling with the cornerback, wrestling, tussling with the cornerback and stuff like that. And the sad part about it was a referee right there. It was no way you could say that's just football. They targeted the best player on the team outside of Shador. So that's what that was. He should have been kicked out the game, but it was okay that he was in there because it showed the team's resilient. You know what I'm saying, on how they rebounded.
What you think, Brian, about that?
In today's game, yeah, but that's the normal play 10, 15 years ago. That's a normal play. But in today's game, yeah, well, they got a 15-yard penalty, right?
15-yard penalty, yep.
I'm good with that.
Really? Okay.
I'm good with the 15-yard.
Okay.
Now, if he had went helmet to helmet and just knocked him out, then yeah, I would throw him out for that. But he hit him in the stomach, in the chest, where that's where you want to catch him, motherfucker, like right up in there. It just was late. So 15 yards. I'm good with that.
Gotcha. No, man, I think he should have got thrown out. It was just egregious. You know what I'm saying? It was just egregious. You're already getting held by the one corner, and you out of nowhere just hit this dude blind side, and just cremate him. So I just thought he should have been gone, maybe gone for a game, and because it was that intentional, maybe gone for a couple of games because it was that intentional. You know what I'm saying?
But there's no precedent in college football for that.
I agree. You're right.
There's no precedent. You have to get two unsportsmanlike conducts to get thrown out.
Yeah.
So that would really be fishy. Well, it wouldn't be fishy, but it would just throw more fuel on the fire Like, you hit one of Deion's players, and all of a sudden you get thrown out of the game when normally you got to hit, you got to be targeting and or you got to get unsportsmanlike conducts and whatnot. So
that's true. So did y'all watch? Yeah. So I'm taking y'all both got a chance to watch the game. What did y'all think about the calls? Like, do you think benefit that Colorado getting some beneficial calls? Like some calls that normally wouldn't be called. You think they're getting them?
In that game, I don't know because I was out during that game and it was kind of on in my peripheral, so I didn't get a chance to watch it live.
So when I went back to review the game, I thought Colorado State I just thought they put their foot in their mouth with what they were doing. They set the tempo with that earlier hit. They were very aggressive going on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Colorado really responded. You know what I'm saying? And I was wondering on the road. I don't think Colorado would have won that game if they were playing Colorado State. I don't think the refs would have, made some of those calls. And I thought all the calls were legit, honestly speaking. Especially as it got towards the end of the regulation going into overtime. You know what I'm saying? I thought Colorado State was making some costly penalties and stuff like that. But I wouldn't thought that in Colorado State they would make those calls, even though everything was legit. You know what I'm saying?
So is the talk that Colorado got preferential treatment? Is that what the talk is?
I don't think the talk is. I just from the naked eye, they got Colorado got a bunch of calls, got a lot of personal fouls, like a lot of I guess the game plan for Colorado State was to be really physical.
Mm-hmm.
They was really, really physical with them the whole game. And that led to a lot of personal fouls from Colorado State. I mean, at one point it was 7-1, personal fouls. So it's some stuff I think they would have let go normally. But I think it was such a, so many eyes on the game, so much hype and hoopla. I think the referees had a really, really sensitive whistle.
But I blame Colorado State head coach on that because you've already set the tempo. You got the lead. Let's play smart now and let's finish off strong.
I just think they just wanted to physical them up, man. I think that was the whole game plan,
and it almost worked.
Yeah.
Think back to 1999.
I know what you're gonna say. Yep.
Tennessee.
Greatest show.
No, not Tennessee. Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Tampa Bay came in here and they knocked. Woo, that was a rough one. That was a rough one.
Knocked the rims around. Yeah. But I think that was definitely the game plan. You're right. They almost got away with one.
Yeah. Let's fast forward to the NFL. So last night we got Monday Night Football. We got the double hitter, but let's just skip all that BS. Let's get right to Cleveland. What the hell going on with Deshaun Watson? I know the Browns are looking for a way to get a refund. Something's off with him, man. Something's off with him. Dude. I'm opening up the floor, man. Speak on what y'all think going on with Deshaun Watson.
I agree. I mean, he don't look good, man. He don't look good at all. I mean, the boy just I don't know if the offense it's not catered around him. I think he might be better like off schedule. Like I think he might be one of them quarterbacks that the play has to break down and he needs to get out of the pocket and do something special. Like old Russell Wilson. I think he's one of them kind of quarterbacks. He may not be like a kind of system guy where he could read a defense and, hit a man perfectly in the hands. I don't think that's his skill set. I think he plays better off schedule. When something breaks down, he can make the play. But boy, he ain't look good at all, man. Cleveland looking around like, man, what the hell? We got 230? We got 230 on the line? So, yeah, I'm with you, man. He ain't look good at all.
It's not adding up. Like, it's not like he hurt. It's not like he recovering from an injury. You know what I'm saying? what he did in Houston, he definitely cannot do it here in the Browns, you know. And I know it's like a tempo speed, but man, he seemed like he don't have no chemistry. It seemed like he's not liking what he does. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it don't seem like he's out there having fun. You know what I'm saying? Like he has no kind of connection with any of those receivers, you know. And every time you look up, he's scrambling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ahead of that's your point. To your point, said he should be doing his thing. If he's scrambling, right? That should be right up his alley. I mean, this gonna sound like, hindsight 2020, revisionist history or whatnot, but it's true for me. I wasn't never that high on Deshaun Watson. I understood, his talent, but I never was that high on him. So seeing this shit just, kind of makes it all come full circle. Being out a year and a half, 2 years, how long does it take to knock the rust off?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it all boils down to. Like, can you really just attribute this to him not being on the field for 2 years?
I think it's time. I think it's time now. I think it's time. You had a whole offseason working with the pro. I think it's time. The talent should come out now. And I know he's talented.
Well, let's break. He came in week 13 last year, right?
Something like that. 11 or 13, something like that. Something like that. 9, 11, something like that. Something like that.
See, I think that was detrimental to him because he should have been slowly worked back into the system more so than just being the starter that week. You know what I'm saying? Because he also had a situation where he couldn't practice with them. And he went from practicing the band right into the game. You know what I'm saying? After being away so long and stuff like that to get his rhythm together and stuff. So speaking, he's only like 6 weeks in a sense of really game time. You know what I'm saying? Because, well, I'll take that back. This is week 2 going to week 3.
But he had a whole. The key is, man, he had a whole off season. And here's the biggest thing: in Houston, he didn't have no expectations.
Right.
He can kind of just run out there and do what he needed to do. If he threw interceptions, if he threw for 400 or 500 yards, he played off schedule. It didn't really matter. Now he got a fucking team that can win a championship because they got a really good defense. They had a really great back. Sorry, that was sad about Nick Chubb last night.
It was,
but they had an awesome back. They had probably the best defense in the AFC. Shit, it's time for you to pay dividends now, man. I mean, ain't nobody no more.
Like I'm 98% with you. It is time, but just to be that guy, just to be devil's advocate. Okay, so he's had a whole off season, but those ain't live bullets.
True.
He's not. I mean, I don't know. I can't recall how much he played in the preseason, but if he did, we're talking a couple of series.
Sure, right.
So he's basically only faced live bullets for like 6 games, even though he did have a whole off season to get acclimated. So he should know. He should know the system like the back of his hand.
True.
But still getting out there on that field and facing them live bullets and being able to process it. I don't know. He might need a whole motherfucking season.
Okay, so let's take this back. Remember when Michael Vick was kind of in a similar situation? How long did it take him to get his stride? Remember when he came back from the dogfight incident, came back with Philly.
He wasn't starting right away.
He was not the starter right away. Did it take him that full off season, preseason, and then that following year, and he hit the stride running?
No, I think that season he came in, I don't know if Foles got hurt or whatever. I don't know who it was.
Donovan McNabb got hurt. Donovan
Is it
McNabb
McNabb?
got hurt.
Okay, but he was.
I mean, that wasn't there.
Was it? I thought it was Foles. I don't know for sure, but
Yeah, Donovan McNabb was there.
It was Foles. No, Donovan McNabb had been gone.
What
Donovan
the
McNabb
following
went on the
year?
Eagles and
The
Donovan
following
McNabb
year,
went with the Eagles. It was Nick Foles and what's that dude name? Kevin Kolb or somebody. Those were the quarterbacks. Kevin Cobb.
Okay. I just
like
remember
Donovan McNabb. He was with the shit Redskins or shit. Did he play with the Vikings too, or just the Redskins?
I don't know.
I thought Donovan McNabb was the one that helped him get on the Eagles.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, Donovan McNabb helped him get on the Eagles. He talked to Andy Reid. And then they shipped Donovan McNabb off. It was that I want to say that following year, the year I don't think Vic took over. I don't think he was named the starter that year.
Vic took over for Nick Foles. Well, not Nick Foles. I mean, shit, we can figure it out.
Yeah, I thought he took over for Donovan McNabb. I thought Donovan McNabb suffered like a rib injury or something like that.
I don't know. I know when Vic came in, he played. I mean, he played. He was good. He was good, and he kept the job for the rest of that year, I thought.
And then he got hurt. And then that's when Nick Foles emerged because he, if I'm not mistaken, Vic ribs got hurt as well. I think in like a Pittsburgh or a Baltimore game or something like that. And that's when Nick Foles stepped up. And they was like, "Oh, Nick Foles can ball."
Mm-hmm.
I think Vic continued to play, but that same year, I don't think he came back. You know, I think Nick Foles ripped him out of that job, and I think they could possibly released him.
I hear, but I know the point you're making. The point you're making, Vic was way better than just off his break than Deshaun is off his break. Vic was older. I mean, Deshaun 24, 25, man. I mean, this dude should be.
No, he ain't no 24, 25.
No, I'm getting them mixed up. What, he about 28? He's 28, ain't he?
About 27.
Yeah. I mean, he in the prime of his. He in the prime. It's very, very, very prime. I mean,
some bullshit, man.
I just think he need to be. They missing him. They missing. He need to be better. He just flat out need to be better, man.
So let me ask you all this: do you think Deshaun Watson has more offensive weapons in Cleveland than he had in Houston?
Hell yeah! I mean, I think we just think he had Hopkins, but they got a team ready to win, man. They got a full, complete team that's ready to win.
Outside of Amari Cooper, who else could he throw to? Who's a premier threat outside of?
He got Njoku, the tight end, got a real good tight end. He got Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's a decent wide out. He has, like I said, he had Chubb in the back. He had Chubb in the backfield. He has the best offensive line in football. I mean, the dude got he got weapons. You know, he got the weapons.
You know,
I go with you on that offensive line and the running back, but
everything else. I don't
Amari
think
Cooper.
Huh?
I mean, Amari Cooper's a number one. He got a receiver.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but there's nothing else there.
Yeah, I don't think he has. So it's not like he has OBJ and the other guy that came out of Miami. It's not like he had what Baker Mayfield had. You know, they have the pieces on defense, but offensively, I don't think they really a threat offensively.
Man, y'all making excuses for this dude. I'm telling you, he got a squad.
No, I told you. I'm 99%, 98% on you know, in lockstep with you. It's just I was just throwing that little 2% in there about, you know, him actually facing live bullets for only, you know, 8 games now.
Yeah, I think the writing's going to be on the wall by week 6 of this year.
And the writing on the wall next week. He better get a dub.
But he don't give a fuck.
I don't.
He guaranteed, but he needs a club, man.
Hey, bench me.
I think after week 6, if they don't have the wins, the GM and the head coach get fired. I don't think it's anything the owner can do.
But what's
let
that gonna
guy
do?
change the industry.
But what's that gonna do, Squeak? The reason you're in his position is because the owner signed him to a $230 million contract. It ain't the coach fault. It ain't the general manager fault.
You can't get rid of Watson though. So somebody gotta change something.
Hey,
you ain't getting rid of Watson. He making too much money. You stuck with him. You got to make him work. No matter what, you got to make him work.
You never send your food back when it's good.
So how you gonna make him work? The nigga been out for 2 years. He playing shitty. Now he spent the whole offseason trying to learn this scheme. Now you're gonna change that up with a coach who gonna bring in his system, his offensive coordinator. So now he really ain't finna do shit.
Yeah, he gonna be right where Baker Mayfield was.
I get it. He better, man. He got talent. The dude got talent. But I'm telling you, he's just better off schedule, man.
To me, you gotta ride it. To me, they gotta be like the Jets. They gotta ride it out.
All right, so let me put this out there. Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson. Who you rolling with?
Baker Mayfield.
Thanks, shake and bake. No, man, I'm Watson because he got the age on his side, man.
He got age, and he's more talented.
And he's talented, yeah, man. The dude is talented. He's
talented. You talking about the old Deshaun that's talented, right?
Man, he still has
he's talent in there somewhere.
He has the athletic talent. It's still there.
Where is it?
Do you think he don't run enough? Do you think he's not? I think we lost Rodney. Do you think he don't run enough? Is that it? Does he need to run the ball more? Does he need to use his legs more?
I think he's confused. I think he's not having fun. I think he does not have control. I think he like in Houston, he had nothing but Hopkins, and he was making shit happen. He was excited. This is what he did in Houston is what got him a guaranteed contract, and it ain't like they went to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? They looked at him like, shit, you are a missing piece. We willing to broker everything and just for you. And it was, and we I ain't gonna say we making up excuses. We being realistic to say, okay, yeah, dude only played like in 6 damn games. Even in preseason, that's not enough to get you acclimated. But damn, with your talent, with your natural ability, man, you should be further along than what you are. You know what I'm saying? And I look at like how Russell Wilson was struggling, how he was last year to where he's at now. You know what I'm saying? Like
where is he at now?
Right now, I think he's in the same damn situation he was last year.
Oh, okay.
I think he's in the same situation he was last year.
Hold up, though. Russell Wilson had a good game. That was a good game he played. Yes.
He lost that game. They lost that. They lost.
He had a good first half, right?
He had a good first half.
But I get it. But you up 21-3. Then and you let that fucking defense let them score 35 points.
That's also
21-3. You gotta put that away for them. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta score more than 21 at some point.
Sure do.
What the score? But what was the end score though? They got the Hail Mary at the end. What they got?
Yeah, they got the that's bullshit.
Hey, them points. You know what I'm saying? I got you another 7. So I put 28 points on the board from you. You had a 21-3 lead, and we caught an L. Man, so that ain't my fault.
But so you got to include some of them turnovers he had.
The one turnover was one hit a guy's hands or something and popped out, and then one was a true. I ain't on the Russell Wilson bandwagon, but they shouldn't lose that game. You can't lose that game. You can't.
Yeah. So to answer your question, I'll take Watson because you already know how I feel about Russell Wilson.
I take Watson too.
I already told you Deshaun already didn't come off him. Now Deshaun finna come off your boy Sean Payton too.
Okay. So let's keep it in the NFL and let's go this way. Who you think this week is this week's sleeper team, NFL team, with the matchups that we got?
I'm sticking with my sleeping team. I'm telling you, you boys finna be to get shocked. They almost got the Niners. They almost got the Niners. I'm telling you, they almost had them. The team is coming together. They gonna shock the Bengals on Monday night. They gonna shock them. No Joe Burrow.
So,
Rams for everybody.
I really don't want to answer this question because I ain't trying to give away no motherfucking picks to you niggas.
Ain't nobody worry about them picks.
Shit.
The $5 don't matter.
Shit, motherfuckers be looking at that shit, man. But I go ahead and throw y'all a bone. Because even though I have not won the weekly poll, I am on top of the standings. That's the true definition of the people's champ. Anyway, there's a game out there that people are just automatically given to a team, and I don't see it. And that's the Chargers and Vikings. People are riding. People are just thinking that the Chargers is going to win that game, and they're not.
The Chargers, man. I don't get it. I don't get it how you can have all that talent.
It's the coach.
And be that damn sorry.
It's the coach.
I mean, they got talent everywhere, man. Everywhere. Every position, skill position. They're like the Niners. They're like the Niners AFC, but the Niners kick ass.
Mm-hmm.
And these boys, I mean, they got talent everywhere, man. You know, they got Khalil Mack and one of the Bosa boys on the front line.
They got Joey or Nick. I don't know. Joey.
They got Joey and they got Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
It's the coach. They have no identity.
And your coach supposed to be a defensive coach. And they get what they got hung on them. Miami hung down there 40 on them. And then who they just play?
Tennessee.
Yeah.
They can't beat Tennessee.
That's the coach.
I had Tennessee in that game.
You did. And they couldn't even beat Tennessee, man. Tennessee they got a damn college offense. I mean, it's just I don't get the Chargers, man. I don't. If I'm the Chargers owner, I want all my money back.
But this is kind of who they've been as an organization, though.
I know, but can you explain it? Can you explain it? When you got that much talent on the field, can you explain that,
man? Not if you're the head coach and you have to talk to the GM and the
too
owner.
Much talent, man.
Yeah,
like every position.
That's Sean McVay's fault.
Yeah, well, I'm with you with that. I know what you mean by that.
Yeah, that's Sean McVay's fault.
Yeah, they're gonna snatch the covers off Brandon Cunningham. But when they talk about the key points to a football team, good rush ends, good safety, good left tackle, good quarterback, got a running game.
They got everything.
They got everything, man. Like, how the fuck are y'all losing? Like, how are you getting beat? You know what I'm saying?
Now that's a scenario where the owner needs to motherfucking pull the trigger on something like tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, man, I couldn't stand it, man. I'm looking at that payroll and I'm taking these L's every week. I couldn't stand it.
I think that's the owner. I think that's the owner holding on to the coach that was supposed to be this defensive guru that it's not adding up.
But he wasn't a defensive guru.
That's what he sold to the owner.
That's what the thing was.
Sold
the Rams defense the one year that he was defensive coordinator, the Rams defense wasn't good.
It's no reason why he should have a head job.
Sean McVay.
Man,
that's what
McVay tree. The McVay tree. He got off him. He got off one. That McVay tree. Man.
Shit, he got what 4 or 5. What
he got
Green Bay coach off that tree?
Yeah, Cincinnati, Green Bay, O'Connell and Vikings at the Vikings, and Brand and Staley. All of them off the McVay tree. I mean, shit. Rams filling this motherfucker up with coaches.
That's true. That's
And
true.
Kyle Shanahan and McVay were on the same staff in Washington.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think McDaniel too. Mike McDaniel for the Miami.
Oh yeah.
He good, man. That dude.
Okay, so nice segue. So I've already drawn my line in the sand that I am not a believer of the Dolphins, and I'm going to stand even firmer in my stance that I do not believe in the Dolphins.
Dude,
tell me, am I crazy?
You crazy?
Yeah, you crazy.
You crazy? You
Why?
Crazy? You got to believe in the Dolphins' offense. Defense, they make him get dealt with, but they offense, man, the dude, he a genius. He like Mike Morris 2.0. He like Mike Morris 2.0, man. He got all this speed. He got all these playmakers, and he know what to do with them.
But the thing is that Miami does not have a plan B. If anybody get hurt on offense, they're shit out of luck.
So let me ask you this: Raheem Mostert, what did you think of him before you seen him in Miami?
The same.
Yeah, I didn't.
He did the same thing in San Francisco. He just couldn't stay healthy.
Just fast, right? Just
fast.
But he ain't gonna do this. I mean, also Mike McDonald was with him in San Francisco.
Yeah. He gonna have that boy. He gonna have that boy in the Pro Bowl. Watch.
It's just like Jeff Wilson. Like Jeff Wilson's hurt, but if fucking he wasn't hurt, shit, he'd be producing. Like they did the same shit in San Francisco. Like Mostert and Wilson and all them cats, they balled in San Francisco. They just couldn't stay healthy.
Now, is that the system or is that the player?
System.
All right. Who got the system? Who put the system together?
Mike McDaniel.
That offense is legit, man. Everybody know the ball going to Tyreek. Like everybody know, right? You got Waddle too. But you know, if I get a play, I'm going to Tyreek. Stop it. You can't.
Now you can stop it. Now I will give Tyreek credit. He's a better receiver. He's a better receiver than I thought he was. Because I kind of looked at him as just a fast guy, but he's a better receiver. But if you put a man over the top, you're taking him away. Because and here's my thing. Like Randy Moss was a speed guy. He didn't run very many slants or posts or anything. He was pretty much a go guy. So what can you do? Put two on him. But what did he have? He was 6'4". He can go up over anybody. Tyreek's 5'9". So yeah, he can run by anybody. But if you got a man over the top, he's the chances are he's not going to go up and make a play over two guys. So you kind of taking him out.
How? I mean,
we saw it with Kansas City. When people play Kansas City.
You also saw him get 1,800 yards last year. Yeah. Like if it's that simple, motherfuckers would have did that. 1,800 yards.
He's a great player. I'm not saying he's not great.
How you gonna stop him? You can't. 1,800.
You can.
How?
First of all, he had 1,800 yards. How many touchdowns he had?
Like 10, 9 or 10, something like that. Yeah.
He didn't have that many.
He had about 9. I bet he had 8 to 10 touchdowns. He had some touchdowns.
Yeah, he got some touchdowns.
He was kind of he may have came on in the end. He may have came on in the end because he was having more yards than touchdowns.
Well, that's fine, but you fucking run a slant, he can take it to the house. I mean, he just.
But the way Kansas City ran their offense, they made you come off that safety over the top. They had Kelsey, they had other weapons, so Kansas City put a lot of pressure on you, so they could free Tyreek open and stuff from time to time.
I'm just saying, if Bradley's point is, I understand what he's saying, but shit, if it's that easy, you can't. If it's that easy, because he just has speed and the second what you just said.
But that's where the game plan changes. So with Randy Moss, like I said, he's not gonna run slants quick little screens off the line of scrimmage. So that's where Mike McDaniel's creativity comes into play.
That's
to where, I think Kansas City didn't utilize him in that manner enough. They sent him just deep down the middle of the field or down the sideline to where that allowed other teams to kind of neutralize him to an extent because they weren't using him in those other fashion.
Back to the point, Mike McDaniel is the shit. He got a fucking. I mean, it's all about taking your playmakers, putting them in the best spot. I heard a stat that this guy almost every play is motion. Like he got them guys shooting off the line. You can't. You standing there, and you got Tyreek Hill with and Waddle running at you. Man, what you gonna do? You know.
But something said. Miami's offense is a little fugazi, and I say that because when I compare their offensive scheme to San Francisco, the Niners, I'm gonna lean more so towards the Niners because with their offense, they could put more points on the game. They can dictate the game with their offense. Miami, for the most part, they're always coming back, and if they win, they win. But they're always fighting, with their offense.
More like a defensive issue, but
it could be a defensive thing. But the thing is, they don't really blow you out in the game offensively, because they strike so fast sometimes, and then sometimes they go 1, 2, 3 punt. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the Niners will eat up the time on your ass, beat you down physically. And then score your ass.
The Niners are ball control. I mean, that's what they want to do. They want to beat your ass up, and they ball control. Miami, they want to score points. They fast, man. I mean, I think the dude, like I said, I think Mike Mortz, man. He way before his time. He got these weapons. You'll see the defense is what's gonna hold them. The defense is what's gonna stop them from winning. I mean, they put up 40 points on the Chargers. Then on Belichick, they put up 30.
It wasn't 30. It was 27. They put up 27 points, and that was a hard fought 27.
Well,
Tyreek, because they, I know it's damn near impossible, but they kept Tyreek. They kept Tyreek Hill in check.
They kept him in check, but he scored. I mean, he scored right on the goal line.
On the goal line. But that's not the 70, 80 yard splash play.
Yeah,
that's just some shit on the goal line.
I get it, but I'm telling you,
that running game is not going to. That running game is not going to. It's not. You say most are going to the Pro Bowl?
Yes.
If
he don't get hurt, he don't get hurt, he put a buck 60 on Belichick. He put a buck 60 on him.
I mean, shit. I got DeAndre Swift on my fantasy team. He put up 175 this week, but shit, that's one game.
He put a buck 60 on Belichick, man. He put a buck. Come on,
that's hard to do. That's hard to do.
Put a buck 60 on him. Come on.
That was a great entertaining game. Hard fought. It was a great entertaining game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if the fucking Patriots had a quarterback, I mean, well, I ain't gonna even get into
that. Mac wasn't bad. Mac wasn't bad. He was better than Deshaun Watson.
Okay, that ain't hard to do. The nigga didn't throw a pass over 15 yards. Like they was playing horizontal. Like they're playing the team that plays vertical. They're playing horizontal.
Yeah.
7, 8 yard outs. It's like you're not gonna win that way.
But that's what they used to in the Patriots, though. That's what they used to.
No, but Ramondre Stevenson is their best player, and they can't get him unlocked for some reason.
Nah. So let's stay with the NFL. What teams do you think need to improve? Like that you thought, from week 1 was gonna be the shit, but here we are going into week 3, and it's like, I don't know.
I tell you, the motherfucking Natty in trouble.
Who?
They in trouble.
Yeah.
Cincinnati in trouble. They in trouble. And I know they got off to an 0-2 start last year, but man, they just don't look. They just don't look about shit. And I think it's maybe because Burrow is hurt for real.
Mm-hmm.
But man, Chase don't look. I guess you got to get the ball to Chase, and they can't get the ball to Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Chase look terrible right now, and I don't know if that's a product of he took a step back, or is that's a product of just Burrow can't get him the ball. So you can't get Chase the ball, you done. I mean, you are DONE, right? Mixing, you ain't no running room. Your offensive line ain't that good.
Nick,
I mean, they struggling.
So T. Higgins, he got off last week.
Yeah, decent. He was decent.
He got 2 touchdowns. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
You know,
did Burrow even have 200 yards passing? Like, I don't think he had 200 yards passing.
I know last week it was the weather. I didn't see this week the weather. Was it weather related?
No, it wasn't no weather.
Yeah. Ravens got in their ass. That's all that was.
Yeah, okay.
That's all it was. Ravens got in that ass. But
yeah, I think because like when he first got hurt in training camp, I thought it was his Achilles.
Oh yeah,
the way he went down.
Mm-hmm.
So this calf thing, so they really got to be careful with this because there are 2 things. There are 2 incidents. Like we just saw Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had a calf injury in preseason, and he tore his Achilles first game.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Durant, his initial injury was a calf injury.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody thought it was the Achilles. They like, nah, it's just his calf. And no sooner they put his ass back on the court, he popped it.
Yeah.
So Cincinnati is really in a rock and a hard place. They might have to punt on this season.
Who's their backup? Anybody know?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
They punt on this season, they window closed. They punt on this season, their window is closed.
Why is that?
They closed for business because they paying Burrow. They offensive line is shot now. I mean, they offensive line is gone.
I mean, it wasn't good when they made the Super Bowl.
No.
I get it, but they had built the offensive line last year that was pretty decent. It was a decent offensive line. Nixon gonna be gone. Mixon gonna be gone next year.
You think so?
You can do without him.
I like Mixon.
You can do without him.
They squad, but they window gonna close. If they can't do it this year, they done. They actually done. I'm saying it right now. They done. You'll see on Monday. We're gonna put their ass. We're gonna put that tombstone in the ground for them on Monday. You'll see. They done.
That's how I feel about the Broncos. I don't have no faith in them no more. I started off this year hopeful that Sean Payton can get things done, but I don't see it.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you finally woke up.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
We've been trying to tell you about your boy for a while.
Yeah, that's hard for me to come to that conclusion, but yeah, it's not working.
I want your opinion on quarterback Justin Fields. What's your opinion on Justin Fields?
I thought he got a raw deal.
What do you mean by that?
Just a talented guy that never had a good offensive mind guy, coach that put good players with him, got him good development. You know what I'm saying? Before he was thrown into the fire, I think you could tell, first of all, you could tell he's a tough, resilient guy. You know what I'm saying? He probably needed a veteran quarterback to kind of show him different things to kind of help mold him, you know. But I thought he got a raw deal, you know, and I think he needs a new address, you know. And I think the Bears need to move on.
So missing wide open receivers. I mean, where does that veteran QB come in with that?
Hey, you know, like I guess, you know, from a quarterback standpoint, I'm not no quarterback, but you know, a lot of what I see black quarterbacks, they get drafted and get thrown right into the fire, and a lot of them ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? And
oh, come on, Squeak. That's That's a
Shit,
inflammatory statement you just made.
hey, inflammatory, however it is. That's just what I see.
No, but what I'm saying, you saying they get thrown. You saying black quarterbacks get
Get
thrown into
thrown
the
right
fire
into
and
the
they're
fucking
not
fire.
ready.
Yeah, they get
So
thrown right into the fire.
So you playing into that
The narrative.
that narrative from 50 years ago that we're not intelligent enough to play that position.
It has nothing to do with intelligence, more so than understanding the speed of the game and understanding the mechanism from a defensive standpoint. I don't think me personally, I don't think he is a exceptional quarterback, but I think he's talented. That's just me personally. I think he's a talented quarterback.
What you think, Ryan? What you think about Fields? Mistake to keep him instead of.
It's twofold. I think he's not a. I don't. He's athletically. He has the athletic talent, but he's never going to be an efficient passer in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And the flip side of that is the Bears can't get shit right with offense. Man. The Bears have never had a quarterback, and they've never had a wide receiver.
Jeez,
ever.
Ain't that crazy?
Ever.
Fucking nuts. It's like they
like their best receiver is was it Alshon Jeffries? I think he that all-time leading receiver.
Yeah, it is. Alshon Jeffries. Yes.
He was there for like 2 years, 3 years.
Crazy. Yeah, something crazy. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, it's like I don't think Fields and you say new address. I don't think that's gonna be it for him. Man, I think he is he is what he is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think so. He is what we see, I should say.
So my opinion on Fields is if you were going to make that step and say, okay, we had the number 1 pick, but we're gonna trade it, you got to do like a Lamar job with him, and you got to build an offense around him. You got to do his skills. Like, y'all remember when Lamar came in?
Yeah.
He was kind of similar. It was kind of raw the same way. Both super athletic, can get out the pocket. But they made an effort. They was like, oh, wait, we got this unique talent at quarterback, man. We finna build around this dude. We gonna make our offense fit him versus trying to put him in the system. I think he's that athletic to do that with him, but they fucking it up.
Yeah.
Because truly, I don't think the kid from the Carolina, I don't think he's that good. Like
DJ Moore?
No, not DJ Moore. The quarterback
from Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh, Bryce Young.
I don't think he's that good. Like I don't know. I ain't no quarterback fucking scout. I ain't no quarterback with, but to me, just looking at him, I don't see special in him. I do see special athlete in Fields, though. I see special athlete in Fields. Like he's
but if Young is good, he just don't have a body frame for the NFL. He's good.
I mean, that's you gotta look at all that. That's part of it.
But the thing with Young is though Young can throw a deep ball and a short ball.
Shit, have you ever seen Justin Fields throw the ball, man?
Yeah, that motherfucker. He got the arm strength. It ain't accurate. He got the arm strength.
That's it. He got a cannon. The dude can throw the hell out of the ball like Lamar. Lamar can throw the hell out of the ball.
Shit, Jameson Wilson can throw the hell out of the ball.
I get all of that, but what I'm saying is they got the quarterback. They just got to commit to, just like they did with Lamar. You got to commit to it, man. You just got to be all in. Like, this is our dude. We done gave up a number 1. We traded our number 1 pick. We got to be all in on this cat, just like the Ravens did with Lamar. I think, to make it work.
But that kind of leads into like that narrative I said. There's a 2-part thing to it. It's Fields and his limitations, and it's the Bears organization. Like, they don't have a history of ever having an offense other than Walter Payton.
Yeah. I don't think the Bears can get it done with Fields because, like, he already see how long it's taking. They've never given him an offensive line. You know what I'm saying? He had a running back, but they never gave him really repping. So why would he want to stay there when he knows the history of the squad? You know what I'm saying? But there ain't no market. I don't think there's a market. I don't think there's a market for him. but I still think he has the potential of an NFL quarterback. He just has to, get that development that he actually needs. You know what I'm saying?
Do y'all think he better than the kid from Carolina?
Not throwing the deep ball, but just size wise, he's bigger. He's more doable than old boy. So with Young being going on his third week, I would say yeah, because Justin Fields, he's been in the league 4 years, going on 5.
No, it's not that long.
Okay,
It's his
for
third
3.
year.
You're
His
okay.
third year.
Yeah, because he was in the same draft with Lance and all them, right?
And so Justin Field has won some games for Chicago. He's won some games. He got out.
22.
Squeak, they lost their last 10 or 12. So I'm not sure when those games happen, but they've lost like the last 12 games.
Listen,
22, man. He been terrible.
He has, and so has the organization. You know
Now,
what I'm saying?
he had some good games last year, but those were mostly running.
Mm-hmm.
Those were mostly because of his rushing. I can't say if it's too early for me to say anything about Bryce Young. I gotta see a little more. I know he ain't no bigger than I can't even think of somebody who ain't bigger than him.
I hope he prove me wrong, man, because I want to see him do good because he's #1 pick. But I don't see special. Like I just don't see it.
I don't.
He didn't. Did he win the Heisman or no?
Yeah, he got a Heisman.
He got a Heisman. Okay.
He got a Heisman. I just don't see special. Like Caleb Williams, you see it. It just jumps off. It just jumps at you. And I take that back. I did see special when he's at Alabama. I did.
Yeah.
I did. Let me back up off that a little bit. I'm gonna rewind that. I did see special in it, but he just don't look it in the pros, man. He look like a kid.
Yeah, I think when you get a quarterback like that, you got to make the adjustments for him. You have to try to teach him quick release, and then come up with a good scheme because, man, you don't want him trying to run out that pocket like that and get clipped. He's a small frame guy.
You know what? This kind of leads me to something that I thought about recently. There's a black quarterback that came out and he went to a team that got a raw deal. I mean, he went to a team and he got a raw deal, but he still ended up being he won an MVP. He still ended up being a good player, but if he had went to anywhere else, we could have really saw who he was. Black quarterback.
You said MVP. I was thinking Vince Young, but
McNabb. He won an MVP.
You got the first two letters right.
Talking about Vic?
No.
He's an MVP. McNair. Eric McNair. Yeah.
He went to the wrong fucking dude.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, just fucking Fisher. Yeah, you're right.
And it's funny.
If he had went to anyone who could have just cultivated him to where we would have like that dude, he had every fucking thing.
Yeah. I agree.
He had everything
in the Super Bowl. He gave us a fit.
Like it was crazy. Like he had a cannon for an arm. He could run you over, and you can't hurt him. You couldn't hurt him. So it was like,
it's a good point.
And you know something? When I met him in high school, he looked to me what I envisioned. What's the linebacker from the Ravens?
Ray Lewis.
He looked like Ray Lewis. His physique, his chest was so goddamn big. He looked like a middle linebacker.
And it's crazy. He wasn't a weightlifter.
Man,
that's like Bo Jackson.
You can get 2 inches of him and feel how strong he was. Like when we dapped up, his mother huge. His chest was coming out here like this. Like this was his senior year at Alcorn State. You know, we were with Coach Walls at the Gateway Classic and stuff like that. You know, we sitting at the round table and stuff like that. He came around and introduced him, and you know, I wish we had social media back then. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really learn who the hell he was until I saw it on ESPN when they was making the Heisman run for him and stuff like that. I had no knowledge of him prior to that, but looking at that cat, man, I could have swore he was a middle linebacker. I've never seen no quarterback that damn big in my life. That dude's at least about 6'4", man.
I don't know. I don't think he wasn't that tall.
He had some height. He had some height. He was towering over us. He was definitely towering over us.
Yeah, I think he was like 6'2", 6'3", somewhere around there.
He was towering over. He was definitely.
Yeah, they say that dude was like he wasn't. It wasn't about weights. He was just like a country strong ass motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Alabama motherfucker.
Yeah. That's true. If he really have went somewhere other than Tennessee, that really never utilized his.
Fisher fucked him up.
Yeah,
fucked him up.
And you know, like I say, he still managed to get him an MVP, but he could have been a lot better. Like he could have been a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, because when you think about it, for him to come from Alcorn State and him putting up them numbers and them highlights like he did, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit was something to see.
So you take Eric McNair and make him hand the ball off to Eddie George and throw a quick pass to the tight end. Excuse me, to the tight end. That's what they did.
Yeah, they never got him any kind of weapons. You know what? That's how Baltimore plays. Outside of, having running McNair, that's how they were doing. Dump and dink, hand it off, ground and pound and stuff,
Yeah, but it worked for them though.
Yeah, that it did.
Mm-hmm.
It continues to work. Shit.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so y'all got any swerps of the week for sports? I kick it off. My swerp of the week was number 11 for Colorado State University. Mm-hmm. That intentional hit, you would swerve for that, but I really should be swerping on the ref for not, throwing him out the game, on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's my swerp of the week.
My swerp of the week, man, and I'm gonna harp back to this goddamn this party at Colorado, man. It's just like, come on, man, let's play some football, man. let's play some goddamn football. Let's get all the pomp and circumstance out of it. Let these boys just play some football. Let's put their talent. Let's show everybody their talent. You don't need Lil Wayne. You don't need, you know what I'm saying? Just don't all that unnecessary hype. You don't need, man. They got enough to put on the field and let them play. So that's my swerve of the week.
I'll set a precedent in the history of Pod Deep sports or Pod Deep in general swerve of the week. I'm gonna piggyback. I'm gonna concur with another person's swerve of the week. Mm-hmm. So I concur with says swerve of the week. It's fine for the first couple of weeks, but at some point you gotta get down to business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Like, hey, I appreciate y'all wanting to come, but hey, we taking care of business. So,
yeah, man, business. I agree. Leave it alone.
Hey, so before we wrap up, let me get y'all feedback on how y'all think not undisputed, but yeah, undisputed versus First Take is going right now. Who up, who down? I got the money through Tuesday. First Take.
Yeah.
That's my favorite show that I watch.
Yeah, I can't deal with Stephen A. Smith. Okay. I just can't. Like he's too much. It's like he's trying too hard to be the man. Mm-hmm. And it's like, come on, like, dude, it's too much for me. To where I don't even enjoy. I can't even watch it to enjoy Shannon, and Shannon's still trying to get his footing on that show. Also, he ain't, to me. He still ain't. I mean, I know it's only been 2 weeks, but he still looks like he's trying to find his way on that show. But I can't watch First Take. I can, to be honest, and I think I said this before. Like, I really don't watch either one of them at this point because there's really nothing from there's no like Michael Irvin isn't going to say anything that's going to keep me want me to tune in because it's just going to be cowboy shit.
Yeah.
It Bayless cowboy shit. Now, maybe Richard Sherman and Keyshawn, maybe I could tune in and listen to what they say because I'm never really we've never seen Richard Sherman on this platform. I don't think this is his first time. Keyshawn was on ESPN, but I really didn't fuck with him like that. So, like them, the only two that I would kind of tune in to maybe see what what their takes are. But Skip and fucking Michael Irvin, powder donut mouth motherfucker. Like, no, I can't do it.
I'm with you, Rod. That First Take just hard to watch. I like Keyshawn. Like Keyshawn, I can listen to him, man. He makes sense.
Undisputed or
Undisputed? Yeah, undisputed. Keyshawn make a lot of sense. I can actually listen to him. He got good points. He got he got good arguments. Skip has decent arguments. I can't, but it's just hard to watch when you got four of them. Sometimes it's just too much.
I think Richard Sherman is the one that kind of does what Skip does to me. He throws my energy rhythm off, to me.
He ain't got good arguments. I respect his player ability, but he don't got good arguments to me. Shannon is always he's just entertaining, man. And Stephen A, he don't know shit about nothing but basketball. That's it, man. He don't know. He not well versed enough. He spit a lot of shit that other people say out about football. He's just not a football person to me. He's just not. Yeah, I don't get no insight from Stephen A on anything football.
And I respect because what he does, he tries to bring the athletes to talk, and he just allows them to talk, and he just agreeing. But come basketball season, I'm gonna see what he gonna do.
So basketball, he know basketball. I give him that. He know basketball, but he don't know football.
So his personality, his approach doesn't rub any of you all the wrong way.
He'll know it all, but you need he'll know it all to me. He just thinks he knows it all.
I have a newfound respect for him after reading his book, and his argument point of view. He'll switch the topic on you. Just to get his get his shot off. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of thing that used to rub me the wrong way, but it's all fun and entertainment, for me.
Yeah, to me he doesn't say shit, and he just annoying as fuck. He's annoying as fuck. I literally cannot. Let me tell you, and he want to fucking use all these motherfucking words so eloquently, like maybe fuck you, man.
Yeah, right.
Really.
Back in the days, I did not like how. And I would really want to know, I didn't like how he didn't support Colin Kaepernick. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
So that's in the news now, right? With him and T.O.
Huh?
That came back up with him and T.O. where T.O. Where he said that Max Kellerman is blacker than Stephen A.
Mm-hmm.
And now they warring back and forth. Stephen A is threatening to expose Terrell Owens for some shit, and Terrell Owens telling him, "Go ahead, what you got." So yeah,
oh god,
I can't fuck with you, boy.
This is the last argument, and we wrap up. What do you guys think about the Jets? Wilson, quarterback. What do you think they're gonna do?
What the fuck we talking about that for? I thought we got that squared away last week.
Nah. So here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. The Jets traveled to Dallas and got their ass whooped. But my thing is this: what do they do going forward as an organization? Do you ride this shit out, or do you make a trade?
You have to, man. You have to ride it out. I mean, in my opinion, your hands are tied. Your hands are tied. Who you gonna get? Your hands are fucking tied, man. I think it's over. They ain't a good team with this dude.
Yeah.
They ain't a
Okay.
good team.
Yeah. We talked about this last week.
I just wanted to see
there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, I wanted to see if anybody's thoughts changed, considering that they came back and won the game with him versus him getting a full week of being the starter. Yeah, I think it's over as well.
They knew the reason the reason why Aaron Rodgers is on that team is because they knew Zach Wilson wasn't any good and he couldn't do it.
100%.
Now they can get in front of the camera now and say whatever they want, but deep down they know that motherfucker can't win. Mm-hmm. They can't win with him. Can't win with him.
I won't win us.
Goddamn Mike Singletary.
All right, fellas. Well, that concludes episode 11. You know what I'm saying? Pod Deep on Sports. Like, follow, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hey, this is Hughes. That's Jay. That's Seth. Notorious OD. Hey, we signing out, baby. Pod Deep on Sports.
Peace.
Peace.
Audi 5000, G.